So I think, it's something that's sort of, has been planned for some time. And what's interesting is that MBS, as soon as he came to power and during the Trump administration, was very close to Trump's son-in-law, Jared Kushner, who was also, we know from emails that have since come out promoting the idea of like stable coins, like an official US dollar stable coin. He actually, I think it was like a Sam Altman blog post that he shared with Steve Mnuchin of the Treasury Department, talking about, the USD coin, which, this is before Circle launched USDC. Interesting. So it's very possible that these discussions were being had like some time ago, that it's not as recent as, it may appear to be based on, headlines that have been coming out recently.
Bitcoin Zella stands out with its simplicity and clarity. We've crafted an experience that anyone can dive into, whether you're a crypto expert or just a new to the crypto world. Now guess who keeps his eye on us? The author of best-selling book Rich Dad Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki. And we want to take this opportunity and thank all the people who trusted us, and we read every comment. And the best part, it's free. Subscribing now means you will get all new information for free. Don't just follow the trends, stay ahead of them. Subscribe to Bitcoin Zella today and enjoy the new edge. In today's video, Whitney Webb and Mark Goodwin discuss the Bitcoin dollar system, financial terrorism, and how intelligence agencies have captured elites, global finance firms, and tech giants to control a new monetary system.
Yeah, all I really want to add to that is that it's important to keep in mind that, like, when the petrodollar system has been, the standard for keeping the dollar the global, or reserve currency, the U.S. has gone to war and like killed millions of people to defend that. One of the likely motivations, obviously there's more than one, but one of the key ones in invading Iraq, I would argue, was the fact that Saddam Hussein, not long before the invasion, had started selling oil in euros instead of dollars and made a lot more money, showing by example to other, other OPEC members that they could make more money selling in different currencies than the dollar. And then, of course, you have the case of Libya in 2011, where Gaddafi was trying to move to a gold-backed currency called the dinar and was selling that to African countries, a lot of which either use dollars or they use, French financial stuff. And that's why you had the U.S. and France essentially lead that regime change operation with devastating consequences for Libya, which used to be the safest country in Africa, then became the most dangerous and has been cited as an example of or a reason for why, immigration got so out of control in Europe after that point. So there are cases where, the U.S. government, or rather U.S. empire, is willing to go to extreme lengths to defend the dollar. So the idea that they would just sit idly by and just like let dollarization happen without having some sort of plan in the works, especially knowing that they couldn't keep this going indefinitely and that the world was going to move at some point to a post-oil economy. I think it's important to keep in mind that these people have been very serious and played very dirty and created insane instability just to keep the dollar the global reserve currency, because it gives a lot of advantages just to the U.S. And I fully feel that they intend to keep those advantages, even if it means a different system.
Bitcoin battled $63,000 at the July 15 Wall Street Open as traders looked for signs of further upside. Bitcoin could be unfolding its often repeated hump, slump, bump, dump, pump chart construction, popular trader Peter Brandt suggested on X, referring to the length of the corrective phase. Joel 5 attempt at double top was bear trap, confirmed by Joel 13 close. Most likely scenario now is that bears are trapped. Close below $56,000 negates this interpretation. Others were more decisive about BTC making a firm break with its prior behavior. Among them, popular trader and analyst Rect Capital. The Bitcoin downtrend is over, he told X followers on July 15. A further chart uploaded to X came alongside an assertion that history repeated itself in terms of priced action after Bitcoin's latest block subsidy halving in April. Beyond markets themselves, Bitcoin bulls got a fresh boost on July 15 from a now familiar macro source, Larry Fink, CEO of the world's largest asset manager BlackRock. In an interview with CNBC on July 15, Fink reiterated his newfound belief in Bitcoin, confirming that he had changed his mind about it in the last 5 years. "As you know, I was a skeptic. I was a proud skeptic," he told the network. And I studied it, learned about it, and I came away saying, oh, my opinion 5 years ago was wrong. Here's my opinion today. This is what I believe in today. I believe the opportunity today. Think added that Bitcoin, specifically, was legitimate. BlackRock currently operates the world's largest spot Bitcoin exchange-traded fund by assets under management. Reacting to the interview, Bloomberg ETF analyst Eric Palkines said that it is hard to overstate how big a deal it is for Larry Fink, who runs $10.6 trillion, to keep giving these full-throated endorsements of Bitcoin as legit asset class for everyday portfolios. Buy-in from BlackRock, as well as other legacy firms like Fidelity, gives Boomer advisors comfort and cover to make the allocation, he wrote on X. That's why betting against or minimizing the clear to anyone with eyes and a brain early success of these ETF has been and will be dumb MO.
I don't know if you have anything to add there.
Well, I would add about like the tether play. I think it's really similar, but like in reverse of like what Elon Musk is doing. So Tether started off with money, right, with the stable coin. I know they're going into satellites and brain chips. Musk is doing brain chips and satellites, and he took over a social network, arguably for the user data, and now he's turning or has made it very explicit his intentions to turn Twitter X into a bank that he hopes to be half of the financial system. Why is that happening? It's very odd. And then when you consider all these like PayPal link ups, well, of course, Musk being a co-founder of PayPal, it's all very like, yeah. So like on that note, a lot of the talking points by prominent Bitcoin influencers for some time has been like, this is a solution to irresponsible central bank policy, government fiscal policy, and things like that. And a debt-based monetary system in general, fiat, what have you. And so what are the implications then of the system that's aiming to, yoke the dollar to that and use it to perpetuate the dollar? I think people should seriously be asking themselves, because we're, right now you have like Bitcoin-only companies taking lots of money from Tether and being like, we're going to use the dollar to make Bitcoin stronger and stuff. But you can't do that and then also be like, fiat bad, central bank bad, and then just essentially team up with that same system. I mean, it just seems kind of weird, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think so, personally.
James David Vance, the new running mate of Donald Trump, once called SEC Chair Gary Gensler the worst person to be regulating the crypto industry in a recently resurfaced video. The clip, which has been circulating on social media, shows Vance speaking at Remedy Fest, a private conference hosted by Y Combinator and Bloomberg, on February 28. If there's a candidate for the worst person in my view, at least in terms of my substantive disagreement, it's Gary Gensler, Vance said. He wants to inject politics way too much into the actual business of securities in the U.S., said Vance. The approach that Gary has taken to regulating blockchain and crypto is the exact opposite of what it should be. In February 2022, Vance lauded crypto as a solution to government overreach when Canada's finance minister froze the bank accounts of a convoy of truckers protesting lockdowns. This is why crypto is taking off. The regime will cut off your access to banking if you have the wrong politics, he wrote in a February 16 post of X. Before serving as a Republican senator in the state of Ohio, 39-year-old Vance served in the U.S. Marines, studied law at Yale, and later went on to work as a venture capitalist under PayPal co-founder Peter Thiel. In a 2022 financial disclosure report for the U.S. Senate, Vance reported holding between $100,001 and $250,000 in Bitcoin. And do not forget to subscribe to Bitcoin Seller. The most important news will reach your inbox on a daily basis and for free. I do not know why you have not subscribed yet. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more daily updates. Remember, knowledge is power, and we're here to empower you on your financial journey. Until next time, happy investing.